Okie dokie. Ho ho. Let's go.
Hey guys, it's Retrohead here and welcome back to another video. Today I have a little bit of a different video for you as I recently went to lots of different garage sales and I found some really cool bits to add to the collection. It included 2 consoles and some really awesome retro bits as well. And just a quick thank you before we start, I've just reached 750 subscribers and I'm so happy about it. Thank you so much to everyone who's liked, shared, supported the channel. Thank you so much, so I really appreciate it. And I also found this PSP, but does it end up working? Find out at the end. But now, let's get on with showing you these finds. So the first store that I went to was a store from someone who I actually know and who I've done deals with in the past. And I made a nice big stack of items and he only charged me a tenner for the whole stack. That includes one thing for my dad, as if you didn't know, my dad collects a Sega, I collect for Nintendo, PlayStation and Atari. So this is my dad's only pickup this time, and that is Thunderblade on the Master System. Now this is quite a common title, but it's just one that he doesn't have in his Master System collection. And inside it is complete and in really nice condition. Thunderblade is a game that I've never played. He's never played either, I don't think, but I've seen some gameplay footage of it and it actually looks really good. So I really look forward to giving this a go on the Master System, and I absolutely love the colours and the artwork on the front of this. Really awesome. Now I won't tell you the price of each individual item as the whole stack was a tenner, but that was a really good deal. So I don't really collect for any cassette based systems, like it's not really my sort of thing. But I did pick up 2 cassette games off Instage just because I really liked them. So the first one is Yogi's Great Escape. Do like a little bit of Hanna-Barbera, a little bit of Yogi Bear. And the back looks really cool as well. Then the other one I picked up, because I've never actually seen this on cassette, and that is Tetris. And Tetris is one of my most favourite puzzle games, well, probably is my most favourite puzzle game of all time. So I was really pleased to find both of these at the garage sales. Let me know if you collect cassette-based games in the comments down below. So the next 2 games that I got, and this was again in the £10 deal, were a couple of PS2 games, and a couple that I've been keeping my eyes open for quite a while. So the first one is Devil May Cry 2. This is a game that I don't see very often, and it is a Capcom game. I do love really anything Capcom. So this is a game that I've been wanting to add into the collection for quite a while. And it's not got the manual, which is a shame, but doesn't matter overly much. Both discs are in there and they're both in really good condition. And I've got to be honest, I have never played a Devil May Cry game, so I'm really looking forward to giving this a go. And let me know, have you played a Devil May Cry game? And which one is your favourite? And another game that I've never played before but can't wait to try, and that is Cell Damage Overdrive. Now I really like the art style on this game. I do love cartoons and stuff, and this looks really good. And on the back it kind of describes itself as a cartoon fun racing and fighting game. And I absolutely love racing and fighting games, so I'm really looking forward to giving this one a go. And this one is in really nice condition and it is complete in the box. Next up we have a magazine that I've never seen before, and that is this really nice Super Play magazine. Now this says it's for 100% for Super Nintendo players. So I really like the look of this one when I saw it. It is quite a new magazine, as you can see, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe on the back, so it is a new magazine, but just looks like a really fun read. I haven't actually had the chance to read this yet, but I will be reading this very soon. And I also picked up this little retro gamer magazine. Really pleased to have this. I love the PlayStation front cover. I've really been big into collecting the PS1 lately, so I'm really looking forward to reading this magazine as well. And at the end, he even threw in this 1981 Garfield figure for free. Absolutely love Garfield, and this figure is really cool. The next pickup costs just 20p, and that's this really cool little Fraggle Rock book. Now, I love Jim Henson, anything he's done, you know, Sesame Street, Muppets, and I really like Fraggle Rock as well. I was really pleased to find this for only 20p, as it's in really good condition. There's no writing inside or nothing. I'm not sure when it was from. 1986. So I was so happy to find this for only 20p. Next up, I have this Star Wars Episode 1 Phantom Menace Big Box PC game. Now, I'm not going to open this up for you, as this is literally the most boring PC game in the world. It's literally a disc in a box. It's like, you can hit right. There's nothing else in there, and I don't actually think there should be anything else in there. So, yeah, it was only £1, and it was a really cool little pickup. I'm not massive into Star Wars, but you don't see big box PC games very often. So the next pickup was this red Nintendo Wii. Now this was on a store where there was literally just this older person just trying to clear everything out. And they had this in a box for a tenner, and it didn't have a controller. It had its leads, but no controller. And I was just looking at it, I wasn't going to buy it for a tenner. And they literally looked at me and they said, you can have it for £3 if you want it. I was like, oh, £3, I'm going to have to pick this up. I do already have a red Wii, but I'm going to have to pick this up. And I thought for £3, I was a bit dubious as to whether it was going to work or not. But now I'll cut to the screen about where I test this console. So I've just plugged the red Wii into this little tester area that I've got. I've had to put one of my controllers with it, obviously, so it didn't come with a controller. But let's hope that it works. Right, it's all plugged in. I'm now turning it on. There is a green light, which is obviously a good sign. Right, yeah, this is definitely a good sign. I've got to pair one of my controllers to it as well, because it didn't come with a controller, but for only £3, it was still definitely going to pick it up. Right, here we go. Here we go. Oh, there is a bonus disc, because I can see it there. And it's a good one. Wii Sports. Check the condition. Oh, it's in really good condition as well. Oh, and we also have Donkey Kong on the NES downloaded, which is really awesome. So I just took the Wii Sports disc out. It's in really nice condition. I'm going to test that it reads disc, but I'm just going to use this old copy of Wii Play because I don't want it to like give me the put the disc in and it not let me have it back, obviously. So let's hope that this loads up all right. Looking good. Can't have that noise for a few years. Yep, I think we're looking good. So as you can see, it ends up working absolutely fine, and I'm really pleased to have this. Now, as you do probably know, I do have a red Wii just here, but I do have this as a boxed copy. So I'm going to put this one back in the box and have this one out, as I really like having the red Wii out, as I love Mario. And as you saw in the footage, inside it came with a copy of Wii Sports, which I was really happy about, as in a drawer I have an empty Wii Sports sleeve. So I put the disc in this, and this trades in for a £6 voucher. So that was a great little find inside the Wii. So the next couple of finds were a couple of OG Xbox games. Now, I do not collect for the original Xbox, but I probably won't be keeping any of these. I don't really know what I'm going to do with them yet, but they're only 20p each. So we have True Crime Streets of LA and Halo 2. Now, True Crime is not my sort of game at all, really. Not really my sort of thing. Halo 2, I know, is one of the most important Halo games ever released, but Halo is just not my sort of thing, and I'm not one of those collectors that's going to be like, people say the game is good, and I'm going to keep it even if I don't want it. I don't have the room to do that, and I'm not really that sort of collector, so I probably will be giving these to someone who I know collects the original Xbox, but for only 20p each, I wasn't going to leave them there. So the next thing I grabbed was kind of off a dealer's stall, but I grabbed something really, really cool from 1993, and that is an official Bluebird Mighty Max. Now, I don't really know much about this sort of thing, but I was really excited when I saw it, because these are sort of like, you know, I don't know if I should say this now, but the boys' version of Polly Pocket back in the day. Not that I'm complaining. If I found a Polly Pocket cheap when I'm out, I'm going to buy it and add it to the collection. I've got no shame. But yeah, I was really pleased to find an original Bluebird Mighty Max. So this cost £10. Now, it is missing one piece that makes it incomplete, which was really, really gutting, to be honest, but it's in really nice condition. It all opens up fine. There's no pieces snapped off, and it also came with an original Mighty Max figure as well. I don't even know if you can hardly see that. But yeah, I'm getting a really nice little collection of retro toys now, and to add an original Bluebird Mighty Max to that collection is pretty awesome. And with that Mighty Max, I got a couple of other bits thrown in for the tenner, and we have 2 original Mighty Max, and these are like really, really small ones. So I've done a little bit of research, because I don't know much about this sort of thing, and these are called Dreadheads, and they're just, they're just so weird, but so cool at the same time. I think they're absolutely awesome, and they do like open up like that. You can open up their jaws, and they're actually really well made toys. So if you've watched the channel for any amount of time, you'll know I love collecting retro annuals, and I got this stack of retro annuals for only £5, and I'm absolutely chuffed with these, as there's some really cool ones here. So the reason I love collecting retro annuals is I believe that this is the best and cheapest way of getting like retro artwork from that generation. So like I've got a Scooby-Doo one here, and like the artwork in it is so cool, and you get such good artwork from its time. And retro annuals aren't really worth anything, so these are a great cheap way of getting some really good artwork into your collection. So the first book in the stack isn't actually an annual, but that is this Walt Disney's Donald Duck the Pop-Up Astronaut. And I'll put a bit of overlay in of this, because this is absolutely awesome. I'm not into Disney, but when I opened this up on the store just to have a little look at it for fun, all of the images popping out and everything, I knew I had to pick this one up, because it's so, so cool. And it's from 1970 and in really, really good condition. Next up, we have an annual that I don't really know anything about, and that is the Magic Roundabout annual. This one is from 1972. Next up, we have the 1977 Avengers annual. I just love the artwork on this. But when you think this is from 1977, it's in pretty good condition, to be fair. Now, I love the colours on the front of this next one, and that is this Mr. Men annual. How cool is that? Like, the Mr. Men had such great colours back in the day. And this annual, this is a pretty old one as well. This one is from, if I can see in the front, 1979. So I have a pretty big retro annual collection, but only one Scooby-Doo annual. But now I have two, as I got this Where Are You Scooby-Doo annual. Love the artwork on this. And this one, if I can find a date, I think it's 80s. No, 1978. I thought this was early 80s, to be fair. 1978. Next up, we have this 1984 Pink Panther annual. Really like the Pink Panther, one of my favourite sort of cartoons from that kind of generation. So I was really pleased to find, so you don't see much Pink Panther stuff, well I don't anyway, especially annuals. So I was really excited when I found this one. And this last one is my favourite, and that is this 1968 Flintstones annual. Now, I'm going to be honest, I don't know overly much about the Flintstones. I have watched bits of it and I do think it's quite good. But I did not know the Flintstones had been around since 1968. Let me know if it's been around since way before then. I don't know much about the Flintstones, but I did not know it was that old. And this annual has got no colouring inside. It's in really nice condition. And to find an annual from 1968 in this condition, I could not believe it. And the final pickup is this PSP bundle. Now, I got this from Ask on a garage sale. They were setting out and they had a couple of games, nothing, like I think it was a couple of Xbox 360 games, something like that. And I asked about games and they bought out this PSP of a few games. And I said how much and they said a tenner for the whole lot, which is obviously really good. Now, they couldn't actually find the charge for it. They said they could go back and have a look inside, but this was one of the first garage sales that I went to, so I didn't really want to hang around, so I just said, don't worry, I've got a charger at home. And tested this, and this is what happened. So, I've had the PSP charging for ages, and I'm now about to turn it on. Now, the back of it did have loads of tape here, as you can still see the tape residue, so I'm not thinking that it's going to work, but at the same time, I'm hoping that it's going to work, so let's turn, oh. Green light, come on, please work. That's a good sign. I've not got a disc in it yet, because I just want to see what the home screen is like. Oh, it's been factory reset. Right, I'm just going to have to reset this. So I've just put Lego Batman in, which was one of the games that came with it. I can't remember if you have to select it. I think it just pops up. Yes, hopefully. This is definitely a good sign, though. This is looking good. So it's finished loading, and it seems to be loaded. It took ages to load, but mine always took ages to load as well anyway. Just want to try and test this as quick as I can, just so I can test the D-pad and stuff like that. Right, at least I can test some bits now. D-pad seems to be working alright. How do you jump? Like, yep. All seems to be working fine. Volume, up and down, start, yeah, fully working. So as you can see, it works absolutely fine. I'm well happy with this. I do already have a PSP, but that one is complete in box, so I don't really know whether I'm going to keep this, because this does trade in for a £56 voucher, which is really good, I think, for like an unboxed PSP. I think that's the discounted price. It's in pretty good condition. It's got the odd scratch. I think it would be discounted, but it is in pretty good condition. So I don't really know what I'm going to do with this yet, but it did come with some games as well. It seems like in the UK you can't get a bundle of games without getting a FIFA game, so this time we have FIFA 11. Next up, we have a bit more of an interesting game. I'm not massively into Star Wars, as I said, but we have Star Wars Battlefront Renegade Squadron. It's only trades in for £2, I think, so I'll probably keep that. Now, next one is one that I've been looking for, sadly on the Essentials range, but that doesn't really bother me. And that is Lego Batman, the video game. This is the one that I tested it with. Next up, we have Disney Pixar Cars 2. I've got to say, it's all complete, like, I'll show you. All complete, really nice condition. And the final one is a PSP game that I've wanted for absolutely ages. And that is Tekken 6. This is £15 in CEX, so I was really, really pleased to get this as a part of the bundle. Now, I really want to get this on the PS3 as well. I've had it on the 360, but I got rid of it, so I don't collect for the 360. But this is in complete and in really, really good condition. Literally, the UMD looks like it's never been played. So to find this in that bundle was a great find. So yeah, from one day garage sailing, I think that was an absolutely awesome stack of finds. And let me know what was your favourite find in the comments down below. And also let me know where have you been hunting recently and what have you found. Thanks for watching and I'll see you all later. Bye!